Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the counselor's office. Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we're back with some more Destiny 2 reacts on a topic that I've been wanting to talk about actually for a while now, and it's mostly about the Destiny 2 community. And I say mostly when I say there's a chunk of the community I'm specifically talking about, and it is the toxic piece of shit part of the community. And that's ironic that I say that because that sounds really toxic. But when we talk about what we're going to talk about, you'll understand that it is justified that I call them toxic pieces of shit because that's what they are. Call it as they are. If I was walking down the street and I stepped on them, I would look at my shoe and say, that's a disgusting piece of shit. And that's what we're looking at. I know, very, very, very hostile at the beginning, but it's a topic that I've kind of like holding on to. So we're gonna read this Twitter post. This is right after Bungie did their Into the Lights, which I gave a thought process on, saying I thought it was a step in the right direction. I appreciate the devs actually showcasing the new mode, that they're actually playing it, that they actually have builds, and that they're actually on a couch and actually talking to chat versus this pre-done video. I thought it was a step 100% in the right direction. I'm trying to fix my mic. It's just going up and down. It's driving me nutty. Here we have a post. Yeah, I'm going to call this out. This behavior towards a dev in the middle of a live stream is disgusting. And these are only a few of the ones I was able to find across Twitter among the other ones that were seen live. How awful a person are you to do this to a Bungie dev for simply showcasing upcoming content they're excited to give you for free? Not to mention to fail to realize that the friend request just provided your Steam ID to Bungie, which will likely result in a permanent account ban. Do better. And I'm going to showcase it. If you can't see it, you can change your name to pretty much anything and send a friend request. And here we have Kill Yourself. Isn't that just a lovely individual? But it gets worse. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really going to do more than that. You can, if you don't, you can see it, right? You can see it. We can all see it. And I'm not going to read that. Yeah. So what am I talking about? Well, kind of like this. Really thought they had something here and we're going to get me. Fun-hating loser. Hope your cancer comes back. This is what I mean about the Destiny community being toxic as hell. And do I think everyone that's in the community is toxic? No. I've said this before and I say it again. The vocal minority is toxic AF. They are. They're toxic pieces of shit. And I'll give you an example. I've dealt with it. This is just some of the stuff I save and take pictures just for videos like this where I talk about it. And let's be honest. You go onto your favorite YouTuber or streamer, you're going to see morons like this who say, first off, very insensitive wording. As someone in the counseling field, you learn right off the bat, you don't call people retards because it is insulting. It's insensitive, especially people who do have mental disabilities. We call people mentally handicapped. Retard was very discriminative, just like using the N-word for African Americans is discriminative and hateful. The same thing here. If you're one of those people that says, I'm going to say whatever I want, you do you, honey boo boo. But for me, I'm going to be respectful. I'm not going to use the wordage. Here's another one. The most insane thing about this is that you're generally as stupid as you look. And you are you sound like a piece of shit. And I'm sure you are that in life. I'm sure you're just a perfect piece of shit that would be found on the side of the road. Again, I don't care. I'll call it as it is. I'm a very brutally honest person. If you're a piece of shit, I will call you out and call you. And in fact, I will have no problem saying that to your face. It has sometimes got me in trouble by being honest to people and calling them out, but I have no problem saying it to your face. These people would never say this because they don't have the balls. They're cowards. They're losers behind a keyboard. If they had anything substantial to provide to society, they would have said something that would actually challenge the video. But the fact that I said something that upset them, in fact, I'm sure we're going to get, unironically, I'm sure I'm going to get people to make similar comments or near comments in the comment section. And it's going to be ironic that they prove my point. In fact, some people are not going to get very far beyond what I've said at the beginning. Here is I've been saving some bookmarks specifically for a video like this, just like I've been keeping clips. It's gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, now's the time to do this video talking about the toxicity in the Destiny community. And here we have a content creator. I don't really know him, but we have Matt Goes Buck. Let me know in the comments if you follow them and I don't know what they do. My notifications are melting today because I portrayed sheer joy in a video game over a non-meta rocket launcher that is genuinely fun to use and still gets the job done. Unironically, he's using Crux Determination, which has been shown to be one of the top DPS rockets and weapon in the game. So unironically, people who are, this was back in December, those people are straight morons. My fault. Will pay a dude on Fiverr to make me a PFF of my first initial and pay for Twitter. Then I can disagree with you. What? I paid an actual artist for everything I use. Haha. I get Twitter blue for free, but continue randomly hating people with it. It's cool. You get Twitter blue for free, but I bet you could afford it using the money you must make from posting borderline misinfo online to naive Destiny 2 players. This rocket is awesome for GMs and overload. Borderline misinformation. Just say you're miserable, lack social skills, and move on, dog. Like, damn, it's a video game. I'm very sorry it consumes your social life and free time, and I'm personally ruining your hobby experience. Taken Spec is big damage buff. This build destroys endgame content. Look inside. Taken Spec is 2.3 more damage than boss spec. Mediocre build, clickbait to oblivion. I figured it was free to disagree, but sure, just insult me instead of moving on. Dude, you literally called him the build hub guy. It's just like people who come into my videos and call and say that I'm a Reddit mod or I'm a Discord mod or basement where like there's so many like insults that brain dead Destiny community like, and I'm not even saying the whole. Remember, when I talk about Destiny community, I'm talking about the vocal minority. That's the pile of dog shit side of the road you try to avoid. Yeah, those are the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people who are normal like Matt over here who's just playing the game. Like he has a meta build. Like, I don't know what mediocre build he's talking about. My dude's using a blinding grenade launcher, and he's using Polaris Lance with a Solar Hunter, which is meta. It is the damage. Like, I literally just did it, the GM this week with the same build minus Crux. I had a blinding nade and Polaris Lance, and I did literally sweep the floor with the boss because you just use a golden gun and she's dead at the final. I don't understand. Like, people like this are brain dead. They have no idea what they're talking about. And again, that is being hypocritical, being toxic. But when you have people out here attacking and like, this is not even like a build. He's just showcasing a cool rocket bipod slide shot, which is pretty cool. You just slide, shoot, slide, shoot. What's wrong with that? Not everything has to be meta. And you're starting to see the vibe here where people who are just wanting to start crap, you're pressed on as over pixels on a Friday night. Go meet someone. I'm pressed, buddy. You've been arguing with that random cat you'll forget by tomorrow for like 2 hours on twitter.com. It's people like that they do this weird circle where they try to get you to say something and then they hone on it. Like, oh, no, you're wasting time on me. Oh, you're the loser, not me. It's like they try to do gotchas because they're losers. They know they're wrong, so they'll do anything to try to get you to slip up and make a small fumble, and then they prey on it like a parasite. This is also tragically something else that continues on about attack, like me opening LFG, having to fight off the army brainwashed players with their YouTube loadout, where I agree that there are so many YouTuber videos like this is great and it's very mid builds. I can say for certain that I did a build with Wishkeeper. It was a support build. I never said it was meta. I just said I was showcasing that you could do a LFG with a non-meta build and that Fireteam Fighter on this specific GM could be a struggle, as it was for me. I've literally did GMs where I had great fire team finder teams, and we just breezed through it. And it was to showcase that no matter at what level, you can still do a GM. Because the biggest issue with GMs is that people think casuals or people that are new think that it's impossible to do. It's not. You can easily do it even with a non-meta build. You can do it. But then you have people here that are literally going out of their way. You can't see it all. Literally going out of their way to hate on people. Like, for instance, I don't know. Like, listen, I'm going to be honest. Thunderlord does not do the most damage in the game. Can you use it? Yes, especially since it's overload. You could use it for an overload run. Sure. There's nothing wrong with it. If I see someone run Thunderlord, I'm not going to hate on them. If you're upset because someone's running Thunderlord, that's you. That is a you problem, not them problem. If you don't like an LFG that is allowing people to use Thunderlord, then you need to leave the LFG. That is a you problem. Like, if I feel like a team's going to take 2 hours and I don't want to spend 2 hours and it says experienced, must have meta loadout, and I see someone that doesn't have a meta loadout, I will probably leave that group because I specifically want a meta loadout. Now, if I'm okay with someone saying carrying new player and I just want to get something done and I just want to join a team just to get going, then I will join that team. That is my choice. I'll go through with it. But don't be hating people for playing. Like, some of these are very questionable, but don't try to gatekeep people and put people down just based on them wanting to play the game how they want to play. That's part of the toxicity. You have just generally people that say toxic crap, like we saw in the first clip about Into the Light, where people were just sending hate to the devs. Which, by the way, that's one of the reasons why Bungie won't communicate with us or use this as an excuse, at least, is because you have hateful pieces of shit that say racist and hateful things to people for no reason. It's just baffling. Listen, if you want to criticize Bungie, criticize them. But that's not criticizing. That's not even complaining. That's just being a piece of shit. Gatekeeping people and attacking people based on what they play, how they want to play. Guess what? People work normal jobs. They come home. They want to play a game. Let them play how they want. And here's the reality. You want the true reality? You can use any gun in any build, and you can do anything in the game. You can do master raids. You can do GMs. You can do trials. You can do it in any build. The game is accessible to any build. Now, what may it take longer? Sure. Can you make it harder? Sure. But if you're not farming, if you're not doing day ones, which day ones, you probably do need meta builds for sure. And if you're trying to go for world's first, you definitely want meta, tip-top meta. But at the end of the day on those specific things, you need to be good as a player, and you need time to play and invest to be good. But if you're a casual player who's just playing the game, you can do 99% of the game and still be fine no matter what build you have. That's the reality. There's people literally doing Grandmasters with Mountaintop, Recluse, and Anarchy for memes. They're under level. They're using sunsetted gear except for Anarchy. And they're still clearing solo flawless GMs. Like, this crap is just not acceptable. Especially when the dev that's playing actually is dedicated to playing the game. Like, we very rarely get a dev from Destiny or from Bungie that plays Destiny, that actually showcases them playing the live game. And I think that's unique. That's special. That's a step in the right direction. I want to see more of that. And the guy was really cool. He was that guy. Like, he was a guy, like, I've never seen a Destiny dev that I actually want to, like, join and play a game with. Like, dude, I would be down to play. I think his name was Josh. I would be down to play with Josh. Absolutely. He seems like the kind of guy that I would vibe with. Like, a dev that actually gives a crap about the game. And anyways, that's it. I'm done ranting. Let's be better. Be better. Please be better. If you ran into some toxic pieces of crap, let me know in the comments down below. What's the worst toxic piece of crap that you've dealt with in the Destiny community? it's always nice to hear other people's perspectives and hear what they've been through or what they've seen or what they've dealt with, because then when people look at the comment sections, they see like, okay, there's some truth to this. It's not just a biased opinion. That's why I try to showcase a little bit more than just me. There's multiple people, and just also this event as well brought out some toxicity, which I didn't notice because I was too busy watching the gameplay. And I'm glad someone caught this, because this is the biggest issue outside, because there's always going to be people that generally say crap on YouTube towards me, and it's whatever. But this, I mean, this just makes us all look bad in the Destiny community. You don't have to like Destiny. You don't even have to like the devs, but let's not be like this. All right, I'm done. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, be the best version of yourself, and game outs. Huzzah.